Students, this is part 4 of our chapter 2. Good morning everyone. So today our topic is privatization. Okay. Let me give you some example. First, during the period after independence. Okay. Post independence period. Okay. At that time, there were only some companies which were government companies, okay, and they were in the business of insurance. But now, private sector has also come into the business of insurance. You all must be knowing now ICICI have its insurance policies, HDFC have its own insurance policies, any bank you can say, private bank have their insurance policies. Yes, that means there is privatization of insurance now. Yes, so now let us read the history. Okay. Insurance was initiated by private sector in India as India was a British colony. This is pre-independence period. Okay. Before independence, it was started by private sector in India. Why? Because India was British colony. We were ruled by Britishers. Many foreign insurance companies started insurance business in India during that time. Okay, as they were blamed for practicing illegitimate business practices. Illegitimate business practices uh, money malpractices. It means they used to lootna. Lootna is the word in Hindi. They used to loot the people. Okay. On 19th January 1956, this is post-independence period, through an ordinance, life insurance business was nationalized. At that time, life insurance business was nationalized and Life Insurance Corporation of India, we call it as LIC, was set up. Okay. So after the post-independence period, we had government-ruled insurance companies. Okay. That is LIC. Thus, the monopoly of Life Insurance Corporation was established. When the ordinance was passed, let us study. It was passed on 19th January 1956. Okay. Yes. General insurance was introduced by Britishers to our India. Okay. Periodical controls were imposed on general insurance as well. There was control by the government on general insurance, and even the general insurance was nationalized. It was nationalized on 1st January 1973. Okay. The general insurance business was nationalized on the basis of General Insurance Business Nationalization Act 1972. The act was 1972, but it was nationalized on 1973, 1st January 1973. To analyze and appraise the working of the insurance sector, a committee was appointed. It recommended the joint business for foreign insurance company with Indian counterparts. Okay, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority was set up. We call it as IRDA. IRDA is a authority that regulates the insurance sector. Okay. So IRDA was established on 1999. Okay. Remember the dates. This can come in MCQ. Okay. So now we will be studying about IRDA. What is IRDA? IRDA is an autonomous yani self-regulatory, okay, and legal institution, okay, which manages the regulatory and development activities. It regulates. What is the meaning of regulating? Mane, it It controls, yes, the activities in the field of insurance. Okay, IRDA looks after even the private and the public, every sector. Okay, IRDA Act is of 1999 has opened the doors of the insurance sector to private insurance companies also. Okay, now there are many private insurance companies. I had already explained you ICICI, HDFC, yes. Every bank, you can say every bank has its insurance policies. Okay, so now has opened the doors of insurance sector to private insurance companies and foreign insurance companies also to the extent of 26%. Okay, which was raised to 49% in 2015. Okay, so foreign company can invest directly in Indian insurance companies up to 49%. This is about the foreign direct investment. Money, that money which are invested by the foreign people in Indian insurance business. So they can now invest up to 49%. Previously it was up to 26%. The main objectives of IRDA are, okay, first of all, we all the customers should get choice. Okay, we should have some kind of choices. Like if we have choice, there will be competition between the insurance companies and they will give us the best possible. Yes, so policyholders get more choice. Okay, to promote healthy competition, there should be always competition among the insurance companies. Okay, so that their services are improved and the premium amount is very much lower. Mobilize more resource for economy. What is mobilization of resources? That is transferring of the resources. Okay, for the economy. To bring self-discipline among the insurance companies. Okay, there should be some kind of self-discipline. Money, if there is a claim and it is a truthful claim, then the insurance company should give the money. Okay, insurance company cannot deny making some kind of excuses which are not true. Okay, to create a mechanism for complaint redress. If there is some kind of complaint of the customers, there should be some kind of forum or mechanism where the customer can go and register its complaint and can be heard. That is known as complaint redressal. Okay, moving ahead, this is about IRDA. Now we will be studying about the postal services. We all have some kind of information about the postal services. Yes, because we send postcards, letters to our relatives who stay far back. Nowadays we are not using the postal services, but during old days when there was no telephone, when there was no mobile, people used to use the postal services. Still, when we have to put some kind of letters, send some kind of letters to some authorities or something, we send them through registered post. Okay, now we will be studying what is registered post. Registered post is that post that is delivered by the postal department. Who will be delivering the post? That is the envelope. That is known as the post that you have given to the post office, that you deliver this letter to this address. Okay, and you will give the address. But who will deliver? The postal department. Okay, for which charges? Yes, they will charge some kind of money. Okay, are more than the general postal communication. Okay, they are little bit higher than the general postal communication. If the sender of the post requires a proof in the form of the signature of the receiver, that is acknowledgement, some extra charge will have to be paid. Money, it is like in this service, that is the registered post, you will prepare your envelope and you will give to the post office, and you will give the address where you want this envelope to be posted, correct? But in return, if you want some kind of acknowledgement money is received, that this person has received your envelope, and for that you have to go for registered post. They will charge some kind of extra money extra to the normal post. What will be happening in the normal post? Normal post, you will be sending the post and the person will be receiving it, but you will not get the receipt. Okay, here you will get the receipt, that is the acknowledgement, the signature of the person who has received the post. Okay, what is parcel service? All products other than those prohibited by law, which are prohibited by law, can be sent in the form of parcel from one place to another. Okay, so in parcel we send some kind of products. Okay, like you want to send some kind of gift to your sister who stays far by, in Raksha Bandhan festival. Okay, that time you will be sending some kind of parcel. Okay, if needed insurance is taken for the parcel too. Yes, insurance can be taken for the parcel also, if that parcel is if that parcel is valuable. Okay, so booking can be done from any post office. Generally the sender of the parcel pays fees for the post office. Okay, now value payable post. What is value payable post? Imparallel service, VPP. It is known as VPP. It is for the producer or the seller. Okay, so what happens is, if you want some kind of goods from some kind of manufacturer, okay, or the producer mane who produces the goods, okay, or some kind of seller who sells this kind of goods, then you will give the order to the producer or the seller. Okay, and you will tell them to send the goods through postal department. Okay, and you will receive the parcel and you will pay the parcel charges and also the price. Okay, price of the goods which was decided by the producer or the seller. Mane, if you want some kind of crockery, okay, from the producer, you say them that send me it through VPP, then he will send through the postal service, and in return you have to pay the price of the crockery, also also the charges of the parcel also. Okay, to the postal department you will be paying them, and postal department will transfer the price of the goods, that is your crockery price, to the seller. Okay, what is speed post? Speed post, in speed post the post is delivered within a stipulated time. It is very early, you can say within 1 or 2 days the post through speed post, your envelope will be delivered to the destination. Okay, within places decided in India. Okay, the charges are higher for the speed post, yes, than the general post. Okay, because it is quicker than the general post. Okay, and it can also be insured. I end my lecture for today. Thank you.